tenfold. Over and out. That gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Dwyer. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Juju Smith-Schuster, 52 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check three. Get it.
Off play action. Dwyer. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and long. And his throw here's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dwyer going deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross, 73 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down. Dwyer. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, 69 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfect. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. John Ross, the one he was looking for. Following the penalty, Chubb. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Mack Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Dwyer. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
61, match box, light.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Buying time to his left. forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. On 3rd and 2, Dwyer, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights, and it has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Come on, fellas.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just open for number 4. Off play action. Dwyer. That ball complete to Isabella. Big yardage there for the Browns. 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Andy Isabella, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, twisting away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow.
So we're at halftime. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs, but this one is not going to script so far.
Nowhere did they have the thought process that they'd be down double digits. But the good thing is it's the first half. You and I know, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep grinding. Long way to go in this ball.
That was my question to you. You don't throw everything away at this point. Stay on course.
And stay on course. Obviously, you want to eliminate the things that have caused you to be down double digits. But at the same time, you're not getting it all back in one play. Keep going. The game plan was put in there for a reason.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking to throw on second down. Dwyer steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Off the play fake. Dwyer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Mike, check, 59.
On fourth down, Dwyer. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check. Out.
A run for Nick Chubb. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And again, it's Chubb. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun on third down, Mahomes rolling to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now back out comes the offense. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 70 yards. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Let's go. Fight.
On first and 10, Dwyer, and a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, Zoo.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Back to throw. Dwyer. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Dwyer. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Dwyer. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. Oh, refusing to go down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Flexing his muscle again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Joker, 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 Joker.
They'll give it to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Looking to throw. Dwyer. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on him, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They said beginning of the season they wanted